Good evening to you all. Thank you for being here. I was joking with David a moment ago. This is very different than the garage out of which we started Generation Engage 10 months ago. So thank you all for coming. I wanted to give just a brief introduction to Generation Engage. We started it to engage young people in substantive, sustained political discourse. There was a great lesson from the last election as we saw it, and that's that responsible voters aren't made by 30-second television ads, by mass marketing campaigns, and they're certainly not made overnight. The best investment we can make in the future of our democracy is in people, and young people at the local level. And so in February, we began hiring young local standouts in their own communities. Some people have done it from the top down. Generation Engage works from the ground up. We're substantive and serious, sustained and independent of election cycles. We're genuinely nonpartisan. And most importantly, we explicitly target the 49% of 18 to 24-year-olds who have no college experience. There's been one spike in the last 50 years in youth voting, and it was in 1992 when a man from Hope, Arkansas ran for president. Now, what President Clinton taught us is that our democracy is not a monologue. In fact, it's a dialogue. And young people need to have a meaningful role in conversations about our future. That's why we're so pleased tonight to not just have one event here in New York, but indeed to have three. We're joined tonight by our groups in Richmond, Virginia, and Raleigh, North Carolina, who are joining us by simulcast. I feel like the Wizard of Oz here. Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
Hey, Adrian, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sure can.
All right, we're here with the crowd at Generation Engage Richmond Hotspot Hyperlink Cafe. And Adrian, as you know, Virginia has a big election in 2 weeks, so I'm joined by Democratic State Senator Benjamin Lambert and Republican local official Dr. Bakir Al-Mateen and some of our local members. And we're having a pre-election forum sponsored by our friends at Dominion. So we're excited to be here.
Thanks, Chris. Courtney Crowder in Raleigh, what's up?
Hey, Adrian, how's everything going? We're here in Raleigh. We're having a big time. I'm here with our city's mayor and our city council, and we're excited about it. We have young people that are out and engaged, and you'll hear a little bit more from the mayor. How about that?
We've got 5 colleges and universities here in the capital city, lots of young people looking forward to lots more getting involved in all kinds of politics, local, state, and national. Thanks so much.
Adrian, we're excited here. Thanks for doing what you're doing.
Thanks, Court, and thank you all for being here again this evening. Most of all, I want to thank the President for reminding us that politics can be substantive, social, and a heck of a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, President Bill Clinton.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Adrian and Devin, Justin, Kate, David. Thank you and your entire family for making us feel welcome here. I actually shopped on the way out. I paid my way to the store on the way out of the other store. I'm delighted to be here. And I want to thank all of those who are joining us through technology tonight. And mostly I want to support all of you who are really committed to this enterprise. I know one of I think our youngest city councilman, Eric Joya, is here, who's an intern in the White House. Eric, are you here? There you go. We are now taking political lessons from Eric. I don't think I could have been elected to the New York City Council with his age, so I'm very proud of him. I want to say briefly a couple of things I said across the street. Truth is, I would be here anyway because I have known Devin and Adrian since they were infants. But I'm actually quite proud to be here. I'm proud of the men they have become, and I'm proud of the work they're doing. And I'm very committed to using the forces of technology and the opportunities that are presented to you today to try to empower more young people to shape the future of their communities and their country and the world. More than at any time in the history of human society, people have the power to do public good, whether they are in office or not, for three reasons. First, more than half the people live under democracies for the first time in history since the end of the Cold War. And even in China, the world's biggest non-democracy, 900,000 mayors are elected. And as I learned when I went to Shanghai, where all the big cities, the Communist Party still appoints the big city mayors, believe me, they're subject to grassroots pressure. I did a radio call-in show in Shanghai in 1998 with the mayor. I was the sitting president. He got twice as many calls as I did. And they were all griping about the potholes and the traffic jams. So I said to myself, if people in China now feel free to call and curse out the mayor over potholes and traffic jams, the future of freedom must be secure. We're going in the right direction. I'm laughing, but it was a very insightful thing. So that's the first thing that's happened, the rise of democracy. The second thing that's happened is the rise of the internet as an instrument of political power, citizen power. When the SARS epidemic threatened to kill hundreds of thousands of people, the Chinese government initially denied that it was a problem in China, and it started there. What happened? There was a citizen revolt led by young people, not in Tiananmen Square where they could be mowed down by tanks, but by jamming the websites of the Chinese government and demanding that the truth be told. And to their everlasting credit, the Chinese government turned on a dime, acknowledged what the problem was, cooperated with Canada and America and other countries, and an epidemic that could have killed tens of thousands of people was killed in its tracks because of citizen power over the internet. When the tsunami hit South Asia, a third of American households contributed, half of them over the internet. In the last political election, presidential election in America, for the first time since campaigns became expensive because of television ads, in total, small contributions raised more money than large ones for both Republicans and Democrats because of the internet. And it gives you power to aggregate millions of modest efforts in common cause. And the third thing that's happened is the rise of the non-governmental organizations. That's what this is. That's what this Generation Engage is. It's a non-governmental organization that steps into the breach between people living their daily lives and things that the government could otherwise do to create public good. There are hundreds of thousands of these. In